hopefully your family got that news on Tuesday, that unfortunately we will not be able to come back live on the 30th. The reason for that is the number of coronavirus cases in Sacramento County has gone up too high for schools to reopen right now. It's still a low number, but it's too high for us to be able to reopen schools. I'm really glad that I had yesterday off to get like my head around that so I could be less sad, because yesterday was just kind of sad and bummed. And I can tell from some of your sad faces that you felt the same yesterday. So it was kind of nice to have yesterday to just be sad a little bit before I came back to see all of your smiling faces. So that obviously is not what we wanted. However, there are some advantages to it, which are we now have next week where we can get some work done that we remember how we had like squished everything into this week. So now we can kind of unsquish a little bit. I cannot post another picture of the notes. That's why you were told that that was the last time they'd be up, because today we're taking our test. So I can't put the notes up today.
So are we not going to do orientation day?
No, we're not doing any of that, Braxton. I'll go back to regular Zoom every day, but we're going to make the best of it. So one advantage is we were going to have to take our whole Columbus test today and then our whole math test tomorrow. And what I decided we would do is stretch that back out. So we're going to do half of our Columbus test today, half of our Columbus test tomorrow, and we're going to bump our math test to next week. Okay, so we get to slow down a little bit. I also am going to plan a surprise for you on Thursday and Friday. I'm not telling you what it is. But I will have a surprise for you on Thursday and Friday. I think the thing that makes me the most sad right now, you guys, is that on the Friday before Thanksgiving break, I always cook Thanksgiving dinner with my class. I've done it all 15 years that I've taught. You guys have older brothers and sisters. They might have told you stories about when they were in my class and they got to do that. So that next week on Friday is the day we should be doing that. And since we're not going to be doing that, we're going to do something else that's fun. Okay, but it's going to be a surprise. I'm not telling you. It's a secret. Okay. Good. Okay. What else was I going to tell you? I don't know. All right. So what we're going to do today is we're going to continue with our math review that we were in the middle of for our test, even though our test is now going to be next week, not tomorrow, which is nice. And then we're going to spend some class time looking at our Mom's Best Friends test from Friday. It felt like Friday, from Tuesday. We're going to take a look at some of your tests and some of the things that you missed points on, because I want you to be able to fix those things that you missed points on. And also because I want you to do better on our Columbus test that we're going to start taking today. Okay. And then we're going to take some time in class to start our Columbus test. We'll do that thing that we've kind of been doing when we take tests, where you guys take your test and I kind of answer questions and check things for you. We'll do that. Okay, then we'll log off. Test. Yeah, Maddie.
What test do we have after we take this one? Like what social studies do we have?
Next thing we're going to do, Maddie, is we're going to switch over to science. So we're going to do a science unit next, and that's going to be for the 3 weeks between Thanksgiving and Christmas. We're going to talk about plants and animals and cells and all that kind of stuff.
Oh.
Okay. Then when we come back from Christmas break, we'll do another social studies unit. I kind of have to flip flop science, social studies, because we just don't have time to do both at the same time.
Okay.
I remember the other thing I was going to tell you guys. When I sent home our last packet of stuff, the last envelope of materials, I was planning up to Thanksgiving break because the plan was for us to be back in school after Thanksgiving break. Well, now that that's not happening, I'm going to have to get over to school this week to make copies for you guys for our next chunk of instruction, which is going to be the 3 weeks between Thanksgiving break and Christmas break. Okay, so I'm telling you this because your family's going to need to come to school to get those materials for those weeks. Okay, I didn't want them to come and have to pick up another batch of materials, but that's what's ended up happening. So I will have those things for you at school by next week on Monday. Okay, I'm going to send out a text to your family, but they're going to have to come and pick up materials. Okay, because we're going to be home instead of in school. If we were at school, I would just hand you pieces of paper, which was my plan, but that's not going to happen right now. Okay? Everybody ready? Yeah? Okay, we're gonna do some math. We're gonna look at mom's best friend tests, and then we're going to get started on our Columbus test. Should be a pretty short day today, okay? As well as tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, so I'm trying to honor your short day Friday since you guys have been doing a great job turning your work in. Now, if we fall off the wagon today, that short day Friday is going down the drain. So make sure that your work gets turned in today so that we can have our short day Friday. Okay?
If you want a lot of marbles, turn in everything, everybody.
Jonathan wants a lot of marbles. He's really, really excited about this today. All right, I need you to find your math notebook. Okay, so I want you to get your math notebook out for me, please. And we're gonna take some notes so that we can do our homework.
Got it.
We can take our test. I'm going to post for you guys tomorrow that Google form again, where I ask you if there's anything else that you need. My hope was that we would be back at school and I wouldn't have to ask you again what you need, but since that's not gonna happen, I am gonna post that Google form again where you can fill it out to tell me if there's anything else you need, paper, pencils, math notebook, whatever it is, okay? And I'll try to get those things to you, okay? All right, you have hopefully out on your desk, hey Montserrat, good morning Leo. You hopefully have out on your desk your math notebook so that we can take some notes for that test that we're gonna take next week on Monday and Tuesday. We're gonna take our math test. So we are turning to the next blank page and we are gonna write down some notes. Go. Find your homework page so I remember to do everything on it. All right. Now, the first thing on your assignment tonight is something that we were practicing on Friday. On Friday, we were practicing making a division problem that has a certain answer and a certain remainder. Let's see if Elmo can find us here. So I'm gonna give our math notes a title today. It's gonna be review or module
Miss Tyner.
test. What's up? I'm not sharing, Braxton. Thanks.
Yep.
Why I keep you around. Hey Billy, we're taking some math notes, buddy. Did you have your math notebook? All right, there we go. Thanks, Braxton. Review for module 2 test. Today is 11, 12, yep, 20, 20. All right, on Friday, we were practicing making a division problem that has a certain answer and remainder. Do you remember when we were doing that on Friday? Like, for example, I could ask you to make me a division problem that has an answer of 7, remainder 9. I want a division problem that has the answer 7, remainder 9. Okay, you're gonna have to do this on your homework tonight, and you're also gonna have to do it on your test on Monday. So does anybody remember, how did we do this on Friday? You've got notes on that homework that we did on Friday, or on our classwork that we did. How did we figure out how to make a division problem that has the answer 7, remainder 9? Do you remember? Gotta look. Remember I told you to put those notes right back in your binder so you wouldn't lose them for your test. So if you don't know, you should be looking it up. Oh, many binders in Miss Tyner's life. Okay, those were our notes where we were trying to make a division problem that had the answer 4, remainder 9. So what do we do? It's written right there. Polo, I see your hand. Polo, what was the first thing we needed to do?
First, choose a number.
Okay, I have to choose a number to put on the outside, and there was one rule about that number, Polo. What was the one rule?
It has to be bigger than the remainder.
Polo, nice work. We have to make it bigger than the remainder. Okay, so let's see. Wyatt, what number do you want me to put out there, Wyatt? It's got to be bigger than 9.
11.
So it has to be bigger than 9. Did you say 27?
11.
11. I thought you said 7. All right. Wyatt says we're going to use 11. Okay, so step 1, choose an outside number bigger than the remainder. Okay, this is the 3rd time we've taken these notes, but if you still don't have them written down, this would be your last opportunity. Okay, so the first thing we did was we chose an outside number that was bigger than the remainder. Wyatt chose 11. Okay, what did we do next? What did we do next? If you don't know, it's written right here on your classwork that we did on Friday or on Tuesday. It really felt like Friday, you guys. Our notes that we took is going to tell you the answer. What do I do now? Montserrat?
Now you have to add the remainder.
Well, hold on. I haven't done. There's one.
First, you have to multiply the answer and the outside number.
Okay, multiply the answer and the outside number. Okay, so in that case, in our case right now, it would be 7 times 11. Everybody sees those numbers, right? My answer and my outside number. So that's going to be 7 times 11, which is a math fact. 7. Okay, and then there was one final step. Let's see if anybody remembers what it was. Montserrat just told us. Hady's not here. Maddie, what's the last thing we got to do, Maddie?
You have to add the remainder, right?
Add the remainder. You got it. Step 3. Add the remainder. So that's going to be 77 plus 9. 77 plus 9 makes 86. So my division problem that's going to give me an answer of 7 remainder 9 is 86 divided by 11. Okay, in your notebook, I need you all by your lonesome little self to make me another division problem with the answer 7 remainder 9. I don't care what it is. So you got to come up with another division problem that will have the answer 7 remainder 9. Okay, you're going to follow these steps. Everybody's division problem is going to be different, I bet. Okay, so you got to do step 1, step 2, step 3. You ready? All right, go for it. Make me a division problem. Okay, you are making up another division problem right here. I'm going to pick 3 sticks. You got to have an answer for me. Are you done yet? I see your pencils moving, so maybe you're not done yet. Come on, Bentley. You got to do something. What are we going to do? Got 3 steps. Choose an outside number, multiply the answer on the outside number, add the remainder. Braxton's clock is making me laugh this morning. Things I would miss if we were in real life. Braxton's clock. You got it tomorrow. Morning, Brandon.
Good morning.
Brandon, we're taking math notes for our test on Monday, okay?
Oh, okay.
Like some people send me the same problem. That's kind of funny. All right, here we go. Let's see. Polo, what number did you put outside?
13.
Polo put 13 outside. All right, Polo, can you tell me what your inside number was? Polo, do you have an inside number?
No.
Okay, well, you did the first part. You chose an outside number bigger than the remainder. So now the next thing we've got to do is multiply the answer and the outside number. So for you, that's going to be 7 times 13. I got 91. Did you get 91, Polo? Next thing we're supposed to do is add the remainder. So now I'm going to add 9. Oh, hey, look at that. It's a fancy one you made right there, Polo. So Polo's inside number, if you use 13, Polo says that that inside number should be 100. Okay, choosing another victim. Let's see. Brandon, you just logged on. Billy just logged on. Montserrat, what was your outside number?
I had 14.
14. Okay, Montserrat, what was your inside number?
98.
You forgot to add your remainder. She says. So if I'm Montserrat and I chose 14, that means I'm going to be doing 14 times 7, 28, 98. And then the last step is you got to add my remainder. So Montserrat, that inside number for you should be 107. All right, let's see. I'm going to pick somebody else. Christian, what was your outside number? Christian, can you hear me?
10.
Oh, 10.
10.
10, he says. Okay. And Christian, what was your inside number?
$709 or 700.
Well, 7 times 10 is 70. And then if I add my remainder, that's 79. My inside number is 79. All right, I called on 3 people. None of the 3 people could actually tell me one that works. Should I keep teaching this same thing? Or do we know how to do it well enough for our test on Monday? Anybody? Anybody have any opinion? We did it on Tuesday. We did it again today. I called on 3 people and no one could tell me a correct answer. So my question is, should I keep teaching this? Do you not understand it? Or should I move on to the next thing?
Just
What do you think?
move on to the next thing.
Okay, so we've got this.
No.
Can you give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down or anything, any kind of response? Okay, so we've got 3 steps. The first step is choose a number. The second step is multiply. The third step is add. Are we able to do that? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try this. I need you to find your whiteboard, your marker, and your eraser. Let's see if we can do it there. Okay, let's try that. Okay, whiteboard, marker, eraser. Whiteboard, marker, eraser. All right. On your whiteboard, I need you to make a division problem that has this answer. I
Miss
need
Penner,
to make me a division problem that has the answer 5, remainder 8. What's up, Maddie?
I have a question. Does any number work for the problem, or does it have to be like a specific number, or do all numbers work?
All numbers work as long as you follow the rules. We
Okay.
could make, every single one of us could have a different answer to this problem. The only rule is your outside number has to be bigger than your remainder. All right, you are making a division problem on your whiteboard that has the answer 5, remainder 8. I'm going to set my timer. I'm going to set my timer for 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, you're going to hold up for me a division problem that has the answer 5, remainder 8. Okay, 2 minutes. See if we can do it. You've got those steps to follow written in your notebook. Step 1, choose a number. Step 2, multiply. Step 3, add. 5, remainder 8. Got lots of time left. Hey, Maddie's question was important. Do they all have to be the same? Nope. They're all going to be different. Whatever number you pick to put outside. Got 30 seconds left. People are sending me division problems. Fancy. All right, are you ready yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? You got 8 seconds.
I'm done. I'm done.
Better have something good.
7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding.
All right, hold it up. Let me see it. What is the division problem that you came up with that has an answer of 5, remainder 8? I see 10s outside. I see 15s outside. Braxton got fancy. Braxton put a 32 outside. If you're not holding anything up, I'm waiting on you. Doesn't have to be done. Just show me what you got. Ooh, Polo. I like your number outside. 17 is exciting. Here we go. Here we go. Natalie, you just forgot to add your remainder. You just did the first 2 steps. All right, we're looking good. Okay, put them down, put them down. There we go, we're live. Okay, you're making me more confident. Let's see.
Nah.
Hade, what was your number that you put outside? Let's check Hade's and see if hers is right.
Pick 19.
Hade put a 19 outside. Yes? Okay, now even if you didn't use 19, I want you to tell me, what do I need to do with this 19? Daniel, can you tell me what I need to do with the 19? What's the first thing I need to do? Good morning, Ashton.
Times the remainder.
I'm not multiplying by the remainder. I'm multiplying the answer times the outside number. But it was multiplication. Okay, so here we go. Let's try 19 times 5, Hade, and let's see if you got it right. Hade, what do you think the inside number should be?
1 second.
Okay, Daniel said I had to multiply my outside number times my answer. What's my next step? Ashton just logged on. Probably doesn't know yet. Billy, what should I do? What's the next thing I need to do, Billy?
19 and
Yep, I did that. I multiplied 19 times 5. Now what do I do? Really, it's written right here. What do I do now?
Oh, we add the remainder.
There we go. Add the remainder. My remainder is 8. So Hade, what do you think should be in there? Hade, did you have 103? Hade, did you have 103? Hade, did you have 103? Okay, what did you have?
A really big answer that I don't want to say.
Okay, so you got to figure out where you went wrong, honey. It's 2 simple math problems. We've got to be able to do this. We've been doing it for 2 days now, okay? You've got to be able to get 103, okay? Bentley, what number did you put outside? Bentley, what number did you put outside?
He doesn't have his headphones in, so he can't hear you. I cleaned up that big pile.
We have to get his attention. Ashton, what number did you put outside? Ashton, you there? Amy, what number did you put outside?
Ben?
10. Amy put 10 out here. Okay, Amy, what number did you get on the inside?
58.
Amy, you are the first person that I have called on that had the right number on the inside. Congratulations. Let's give Amy a round of applause. It only took 6 people. Woo, woo. Amy said 58. Here's how she got it. She multiplied the outside number times the answer. 10 times 5 is 50. And then she did step 2, where she added the remainder. And she ended up with 58. Congratulations, Amy. All right, let's see if we can get 2 in a row here, you guys. Let's see. Leo, what number did you put outside?
I put 9.
Leo put 9. Okay, Leo, tell me what number you got on the inside. Can we get 2 in a row, Leo?
I put 53 in the inside.
Yes, 2 people in a row. Leo says 53. Here's how he got it. He multiplied his answer times his outside number, and he got 45. And then he added his remainder, and he got 53. Thank you, Leo and Amy. Who had an interesting number on the outside? Who had something big and interesting out here? Polo, what'd you use?
17.
17. All right, Polo used 17. Let's check that out. Polo, if you had a 17 out here, then I would multiply my outside number times my answer. And then I got to add my remainder. What did you get, Polo?
93.
Yes, Polo! Woo-hoo! 93. That's 3 people in a row. All right, you guys have me convinced that we can move on now. Can we move on? Yeah, Braxton, what's up?
Never mind.
Hey, Braxton, you had a good number. Didn't you have like 32 out there?
Yeah.
You were adventurous. Okay. Check. 1 problem down. All right, next. You ready? Next. Here we go. I want you to write all this down in your notes. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, this should be number 2. Okay, you're writing all this down in your notes. Here we go. All right. Now, the division problem that, hold on, wrong thing. The division problem that we just did, you guys had a bunch of different answers. Polo, yours was, what was your number outside, Polo?
17.
17, okay. Come on, Elmo, we don't have time for you. Thank you. All right. We're going to use Braxton's name. Braxton says that, should have written that down. Hold on, Polo. Polo, you used 17, right? I don't remember what your inside number was.
85.
Thanks. Oh, plus your remainder, plus 8. Okay, says that 93 divided by 17 is, I'm gonna change my word, is equal to, Amy, what was your outside number? Wasn't it 10?
Was hers was 10.
Okay, 58 divided by 10. Because they are both 5, remainder 8. Okay, I want you to write that down. Braxton says that 93 divided by 17 is equal to 58 divided by 10 because they are both 5, remainder 8. I know I write faster than you, so I'm going to wait a second. Okay. Now on your homework tonight, as well as on your test on Monday, it's going to ask you to use decimal division to prove he is wrong. So we are proving that Braxton is wrong. Okay, so this is going to be on your homework today. It's also going to be on your test on Monday. So you want to have good notes written down so you're ready to do this, okay? Now, Braxton is not wrong in one way. In one way, he is totally right because 93 divided by 17 is 5, remainder 8. We just proved it. And 58 divided by 10 is also 5, remainder 8. Okay. However, if I solve these problems using a decimal, they're actually going to have different answers. And that's what this problem is asking us to do. Okay, are you ready to try it? Yes, because you got to be able to do it on your homework and you got to be able to do it on your test. Okay, so in one way, Braxton is right. They do both have the answer, 5, remainder 8. However, if I use decimal division, I can show that they're actually different. They're going to be really close, but they're going to be different. So what we got to do today on our homework and on Monday on our test is we're going to set these two division problems up just like we've got them right now, but instead of having a remainder, we're going to add a decimal and a 0 and keep going. Okay, Bentley, can you hear me now? Okay. I need you paying attention. That means you have a piece of paper and a pencil. Thank you. So we're going to do these division problems, but with a decimal. So here we go. I'm going to set up that same problem. You're going to have to do this tonight on your homework. You're going to have to do this on Monday on your test. So make sure you're ready. Okay, setting up two division problems, and I'm going to use decimal division. All right, we're going to tackle this one first because it looks nice and easy. Is everybody ready? Yeah. You're with me? You're with me? Okay. So 10 can't go into 5. So I'm going to put a 0 up there. I can't make any groups. And I know, because it tells me right there, that if I had 58, I could make 5 groups, and that would be 50. And when I subtract it, I get a remainder of 8. Okay, cool. Awesome. However, what we are supposed to be doing is adding a decimal and proving that this answer is different than this answer. So I'm going to add a decimal and a 0. Here we go. Decimal. 0, bring it down. Oops. Timer's brain is not in it to win it today. That's a 0, not an 8. Okay, so now I've got 80. I have to bring my decimal up. How many groups of 10 can I make out of 80?
8.
I see fingers and I see mouths moving. You're telling me 8. Okay, so I can make 8 groups and oh, hey, look at that. That is a perfect fit. Da, 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 da. And my answer is 5.8. Cool. Let's try this one. Okay, I'm trying to make groups of 17. Can I do anything with a 9?
No.
Yes, no?
No.
No? Okay, nothing with that 9. Okay. And when I move over, I see 93, and I know it's going to be 5 because Polo already checked for me. Let's see, 17 times 5, mini problem. Let's see, 35, 8. I got 85. And I'm going to subtract that. 13 minus 5 is 8. We knew that because we knew the answer was 5, remainder 8. Now what am I going to do?
You're gonna add a decimal, bring the decimal up, add a 0, and then you're gonna have to bring the 0 down.
Thank you, Maddie. I'm going to add a decimal and bring it up. I'm going to add a 0 and bring it down. Okay, so now I've got 80. All right. How many groups of 17 do you think I can make out of 80? When I look at this mini problem, I'm really close, but can I use this?
You're gonna have to use 4.
4. Maddie says 4. Okay, everybody's testing. 17 times 4. What do you get? I got 68. Yeah? Those of you who are
Yep.
fast enough to keep up with me, you got 68. Okay, I'm going to put a 4 up there. Okay, cool. I've got 68, and I'm going to subtract. I'm going to remember to borrow because I'm not in 2nd grade. And I have a remainder of 12. Okay, now what do I do?
Now you're gonna just have to add another 0.
Okay, add another 0. Thanks, Maddie, for being alive today. I've got 120. All right, let's see. How many 17s do you guys think I could make out of 120? What do you want me to try?
8.
8? You're telling me 8?
Yes. Are we allowed to use our multiplication chart on the test?
Yes. Whoa, close. A little too big. 136. I'm going to try 7. Okay, I'm going to use 7. I got 119, and I can subtract. Okay, freeze. Everybody look up. Look. This is the important part. Are you looking? So when I use a remainder, this division problem is equal to that division problem. Everybody sees that, right? 5 remainder 8, 5 remainder 8. Thumbs up, head nods. I'm with you. Yes, Ms. Tyner. But when I use decimals, I can see that they are not the same. Look at this answer, 5.8. And this answer, 5.47, and I'm still not done. I could keep going, right? So by using decimal division, you proved that these 2 division problems are not equal. Thumb up, I get it. I see it, Ms. Tyner, I understand what you're talking about. Okay, so now let's put a sentence on this that you're going to be able to use on your homework as well as on your test, okay? 93 divided by 17 is not equal to 58 divided by 10 because 93 divided by 17 is 5.47 and 58 divided by 10 is 5.8. Okay, those 2 answers are not the same. $5.47 is different from $5.80. It's not super different, but it is different. Okay. Does that make sense? Right? What you're doing is proving that when I use a decimal in my division, my answer is more specific. When I use a remainder, it's kind of like, just some leftovers. When I look at your homework for today, it says, Sarah says that 43 divided by 8 equals 28 divided by 5 because both are 5 remainder 3. Okay, that is correct. The answer to both of these division problems is 5 remainder 3. But what you're supposed to do is prove that when you use decimal division, the answers are actually different. just like we just did. Thumbs up, head nods. I'm okay. I got it. I understand what I'm supposed to do on number 2. Yes? Okay. All right, last question on your assignment today, as well as on your test on Monday, is number 3 on your homework today. So let's write that down. Here we go. Number 3. Ready? I'm going to draw a little rectangle for you. Okay. Now, in this little rectangle, it tells me that the width is 17 centimeters. Okay. We haven't talked a lot about area and width yet, but my gosh, what did you just make me? What is it? Ladies and gentlemen, if we were in real school on these cold afternoons and after school program, Mr. Seaver likes to bring me tea. And if we were sitting there at the, I call it the rainbow table, if we were sitting there at the after school program table doing homework, I would tell you that when you grow up, you want to marry someone who brings you tea on a cold afternoon. So I'll tell you the same thing. When you grow up, you want to marry someone who will bring you tea on a cold morning. Okay, write that down. I see you smiling at me. Maybe it's coffee. Maybe you'll want coffee, but just make sure you find someone who will bring that to you. Hot chocolate, that's fine too. Okay. All right. Montserrat's laughing at me. I think Valeria went to go write it down. All right. Now, you guys know earlier this year, we talked about that area equals length times width. Somebody was able to tell me that a couple days ago. Do you remember when we were talking about that? Area equals length times width. We're going to talk about area again later this year. It's okay if you don't remember. But what's happening in this math problem that's going to be on your homework and on your test is that they're going to give you the width, which they just told us is 17 centimeters. And normally, like in 4th grade, they would tell you the length. They would say that the length of the rectangle is whatever it is, and then your job was to multiply them together. Remember doing this, hopefully? In this case, now that you're big kids, they're not going to give you the length. They're going to leave it a mystery. But what they are going to tell you is the total area, as soon as I calculate it here real quick. And in this case, I'm going to say that it is 442 centimeters squared. Now, what you're supposed to do is find out what is the length. So it's a mystery. It's like, okay, 17 times what gives me this? And I could guess 17 times 2. Nope, that's not it. 17 times 3. Nope, that's not it. 17 times 4. Nope, that's not it. 17 times 26. Nope, that's not it. 17 times whatever. Or there's a slightly faster way to do it. Any idea?
You have to do like some division or something because we're doing division and you like us to do division.
We're doing division, so we got to do division. What if I made this a little itty bitty problem like this? Watch. Okay, everybody knows that 5 times 2 is 10, right? We don't need to get the times table out for that. We know, right? Okay. What if I didn't tell you the 5? How would I get the 5? What's the math I would do to get 5? Would I do 10 plus 2? Is that going to give me 5? Brandon, what am I going to do, Brandon?
You're gonna divide 10 times 5.
If I did 10 divided by 2, that would give me that 5 if it were missing, right? Like if I didn't know that 5, I could do 10 divided by 2, and that would give me the 5, right? So this is the same thing, it's just bigger. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 442 divided by 17. Okay, so that's the problem that we need to do in our math notebook. Here we go. 442 divided by 17. Are we ready? Yep, last math problem we got to do today. Let's get it done. You ready? Can I do anything with 4?
No.
Hello? Can I do anything with 4? Any groups of 17? No.
Nope.
Okay. 44. 44. Let's test it. Let's
Yes.
try 17. I'm going to try 17 times 3. All right, 17 times 3. Tell me what you get when you multiply 17 times 3. I'm going to see what Miss Wallace is texting me. 17 times 3.
So Miss Tyner.
Yep.
They tell us how much the whole entire thing equals, but they don't tell us how much that one side equals.
Right. So it's like a guessing.
Really?
What
Okay.
you get when you multiplied 17 times 3? I see lots of people sending me the same answer. So hopefully you're right. You're telling me 51. Can I use 51?
No.
No. All right, so I'm going to back up. I'm going to do 17 times 2. 14, 34. Okay. 2, 34. 102. What do you want to try?
Seven.
8.
17 times 8?
Let's try 5.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going 5 because I like 5. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 3 makes 8. 85. We need to go bigger. Let's try 17 times 6. Woo! Perfect. 6. All right, so I'm going to fill that in. My length is 26 centimeters. Now, if I wanted to check and I multiplied my length times my width, I would end up getting that. It's like a piece was missing. Okay? That's the last thing you have to do on your homework today. Let's take a look at our homework. Our homework today says, generate and solve another division problem with the same quotient and remainder as the problem below. Explain your strategy for creating the new problem. Ladies and gentlemen, if you still have, wherever I put it, if you still have your math from Tuesday, Module 2 Review 1, that is this exact problem that we did right here. It even has the same number for remainder 9. All you need to do is copy the information that you wrote right here onto here. Hope you didn't lose it. Number 2 on your homework tonight says, Sarah says that 43 divided by 8 equals 28 divided by 5 because both are 5 remainder 3. Explain her mistake using decimal division. This is the exact problem that we did in our notebook today, just with different numbers. So you're going to do 2 division problems. You're going to do 43 divided by 8, and you're going to do 28 divided by 5, and you're going to show that they have different answers. Last one, just like we just did in our notebook, okay, it gives you the area, it gives you the width and the length. So it says that the width is 28 meters, and we are supposed to be finding the length, just like
Miss Tyner,
we did in our notebook. Yes, Maddie,
did you want us to save our homework from that day too?
I would definitely save all of those pieces of paper, yep.
Okay. I'll go get my homework.
Everybody hear what Maddie said? Okay. So on Monday, when I sit down to take this test, I should have my classwork from Tuesday. I should have my notes that we've been taking, and I'm going to want my homework from today as well. Those are all
Miss
going to be
Tyner?
on my test. Your job is to not lose them. Yes. What's up? What's the question?
On orientation day, do we still have homework?
Ashton,
Well, it's not orientation day anymore, Ashton,
you gotta
because we
come back
don't
on
get to
time.
go back to school.
I thought we were going back.
Yeah, there was
Well, we aren't anymore.
yep. Phone call went out Tuesday, Ashton, that we're not going back.
Yeah.
That's stupid. No.
Dude, I'm with you. We had our sad time before you logged on this morning. But yes, there's no orientation week next week, Ashton. There's no going back to school on the 30th. I'm sorry. We had our sad time before you logged on, so we understand if your sad time is right now for a minute. Homework tonight is Module 2 Review for Assessment Part 2. But Ashton, I did try to cheer everybody up a little bit by promising that next week I do have a surprise for you, and we will have less assignments that we have to do next week. Okay. Promise.
Yay.
Promise.
Kind of.
Okay, I promise. I know. I'm sorry, buddy. I wish I could change it. So this is today's math assignment. Everybody's good. We know what we're doing. I'm with you, Miss Tyner. I'm ready. Yeah, sure, you betcha. Okay, I'm going to stop my share so you can see something other than my shared screen. Okay, so we talked at the beginning of class today about how we were going to take our last math notes for our test, which is going to get pushed to next week. Remember, that was one good thing about not being able to go back, is that we can kind of stretch out these things that had gotten squished in this week. So we're going to take our math test next week. I told you that we were going to take a look at our Mom's Best Friend test from Tuesday, so that we can look at some of the mistakes that were very common to try to correct them. Then we're going to take some time during class to work on our Columbus test. Okay? Everybody ready to move into the next phase of what we're doing this morning? Yes, we're ready? Yeah. Okay. Wyatt, I know that you have plans to correct your Mom's Best Friend test today. Is it okay if I use yours as an example of something really quick? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna borrow Wyatt's Mom's Best Friend test, which is brave of him because he will tell you that he didn't do so hot on it, but he's gonna fix it, so I'm not worried. Valeria, we are not gonna do PE today. We will have PE next week on Tuesday, and we're gonna do our pedometers on Wednesday, but today we're taking a little break, okay? Hold on, you guys. Let me find Wyatt's test. Because I wrote the same thing on Wyatt's test that I wrote on a lot of people's. Okay. I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to make sure that you have made any corrections to this test that you would like to make. Okay, and I want you to take a look at Wyatt's. Okay, is everybody looking? Everybody can see it? Okay, so here's number one. Okay, number one says, reread pages 371 to 372. Use your own words to explain the effect Merritt's death has on the family. Why was the impact of Merritt's death so devastating to Leslie, the narrator? Use evidence from the text to support your answer. Now, Wyatt's answer is right here. This is his answer. And he is 100% correct. Merritt's death affects the family by leaving a big hole in their hearts. It is 100% correct. There's not one single wrong thing about it. But you can see that the question was worth 3 points, and he only got 1. Can you explain? Can anybody explain why did I only give him 1 point if his answer was correct?
Can I say?
I got Aaliyah's hand. I'm going to Aaliyah. Aaliyah, what do you think?
Because he didn't write enough.
He just didn't write enough. Does everybody see what Aaliyah is saying? His sentence is great. Merritt's death affects the family by leaving a hole in their hearts. If you're trying to correct your number 1, man, you should steal this sentence from Wyatt because it is a great answer.
Miss Tyner.
No way that I can give it 3 points. Does everybody see that issue? Yeah, okay. For one, he's missing his quote. So Wyatt, when you go to fix this, you want to make sure that you have that sentence on there that goes on page. The author writes blah. Okay, so Wyatt, the fact that that's missing, that cost you 1 point. But Aaliyah's answer is also correct. You just need to explain it more. Polo and I were working on his test in office hours yesterday on Tuesday, and I kept saying, tell me more, Polo. Tell me more, Polo. Tell me more, Polo. Right, Polo? Because what you had, Rory Ann. Oh, she finished Paris. Come here. Come here. You guys, Rory finished a level in Lexia. That's what she's yelling about. You want to tell her good job? You got to unmute so she can hear you. Here she comes.
My brother does that too when he passes a level.
Here she comes. Here she comes.
Good job, Rory.
Good job.
Look, they're all proud you.
Good job.
Good job.
There you go. That was some authentic
Oh,
kindergarten excitement right there. All right, thank you.
Oh,
Rory.
so cool.
Congratulations. You guys remember passing Lexia levels when you were little? I bet you do. All right. So Wyatt, when he goes back to correct this, Wyatt is not going to erase what he had. What he had is great. But as Aaliyah said, what he has to do is add more. Okay? Does everybody understand? If this is you and you did not get the full points on the question on your mom's best friend test, it is most likely not because you got it wrong. It is most likely because you just didn't tell me enough.
Miss Tyner,
Maddie.
isn't the sentence Wyatt wrote to a quote and he just didn't like quote it?
No, because this isn't a direct quote from the story.
Okay.
It's similar to the sentence in the story, but it's not exactly the sentence. Okay. I had somebody else's I was going to show us. You remember whose it was? Braxton. Ashton, yours is another good example of this. Ashton, is it okay if I show them yours?
Please don't, because I know mine's horrible.
It is pretty horrible, but you know, you turned it in. So hold on, because you're a good example also. Ashton is a good example of another person whose answers are correct. There's just not enough answer there to earn all the points. Like this is perfect, Ashton. It's hard losing a dog because that one was used to the family. This is perfect, but you have to tell me more. You have to tell me more if you want 3 points on it. Okay? What's mom worried about? That it won't be the same. This is exactly correct, Ashton. Just tell me more. Just take the time to write another sentence or two. Okay? You got it. You just have to tell me enough to earn the points. Okay? Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Okay. Now, if this was you, if you were one of the people who did not do so hot on this test because you didn't have enough information, the reason that I wanted to look at it with you right now is because
Where are you going?
when we take our social studies test today, I don't want the same thing to happen. So what I want you to do right now, my lovely, lovely ladies and gentlemen, is I want you to open up your Google Classroom and open up your Columbus test for today. Miss Amanda, who do you want to take with you now versus later versus do you want them all versus I don't know what the best is?
I'm thinking about taking Billy and Bentley, and
Okay.
then Daniel's here with me, so I'll leave Natalie with you.
Okay, Billy and Bentley, you're going with Miss Amanda. Okay, so you're gonna you want a breakout room or you want your own room, Miss Amanda?
I say just, well, it's up to you. Do you have more stuff to do after?
You're just gonna do planners, which I can do before I send you off.
Okay, so then I'll just take him to my my Zoom, and then
All right.
if anything, I might take Daniel. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
So ladies
Okay.
and gentlemen, before Billy and Bentley leave us, although it looks like Bentley already left, Miss Amanda, so we'll let you go meet him over there.
Okay.
At least he was listening. We're gonna fill out planners first, you guys. Then we're gonna tackle our social studies test. And then, like I said, I think today will be a little bit of a short day. Tomorrow will also be short. That's my plan anyway. So let's fill out planners. We'll work on our test, and then I'll let you leave a little bit early today. Okay?
And Miss Tyner,
In the best of a
Miss Tyner,
not so great situation where we're not going back to school when we wanted to. Yes, Ashton.
you know what would work better than tea? Hot apple cider.
I love hot apple cider. So does Rory.
That's what I was drinking.
Yeah. No, it's cold in our house today.
It's like freezing cold in here in the living room.
Okay, we've got 5 things to turn in today, but like we said, one of them is already done. You just have to take a picture of it. So one thing is a journal. What else is getting turned in today, you guys?
Math, Harry Potter.
Math. Okay, math. Review.
Columbus test.
Part 2. Okay, I heard
Columbus
Columbus.
notes.
Now today we are only going to be doing our Columbus test numbers 1 through 5. Okay, we're not going to do the whole test because although there are a lot of awful things about not being able to come back to school on the 30th, One good thing is we have next week back to kind of slow down, so we're not quite as rushed as we were. So we're going to take our time. We're just going to do half of our Columbus test today. Okay.
So,
I
Miss Tyner,
heard Harry Potter. Yeah, Maddie?
so you don't know when we're going back to school now?
So Maddie, what happened is, and some people know a lot about this and some people don't, but what happened is based on how many cases of COVID there are in Sac County is given a color. And
Yeah, we had like 11.6 cases, or like that was like our numbers.
yeah, out of 100,000, which is a very small number, but it is a number that's increasing, and that's making the people who are in charge of all this nervous. So what happened was, you guys, our cases in Sac County had
Something like
dropped
that.
so low that our county was classified as red. Now, red isn't great, but it was better than purple. Purple is the worst, then red, then orange, then yellow. And Sac County was in the red, and we were in the red long enough to be able to start the process of reopening our schools, okay? And what happened is it took the grown-ups in charge of arranging all this, it took them so long to figure out how they wanted to do it, that as they were figuring out how they wanted to do it, the number of COVID cases in Sac County was increasing. And what happened is the grown-ups agreed on how to reopen schools on Monday. And on Tuesday, then our numbers in Sac County went back up into the purple. And so what that means
Well,
is we cannot reopen our schools when we're in the purple. So what
they
we
should have
to
already
do-
had like a plan.
right. So what we have to do, Maddie, is we have to wait now for the cases in Sac County to go back into the red. Once they do that, then we can reopen. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. The last thing was a picture of your Columbus notes. Okay, Columbus notes are going to be posted. Okay, what we did today in class, let's see, first, we had how many people? 19?
Mm-hmm.
19 people. That made us happy.
Rosie,
And then we talked about not reopening,
I saw your friend Kitty. Was she on the street?
and that made us sad. And then we did math, where we reviewed for our test. And now we're doing our Columbus test. Okay, reminders for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, so we're gonna need our Tiger Pride. And hopefully it'll be a short day.
You need to turn in your work, especially because Miss Tyner didn't make us do PE today. So you need to turn in your work.
Made your life easy today. Okay. Yes, Amy, I will be in office hours today. Okay. Amy asked if I would be in office hours, and the answer was yes. Okay. In office hours today, we will do our math, and then if you wanted help correcting your mom's best friend test, or if you wanted help finishing your Columbus test, we can also do that in office hours, okay?
Columbus test.
Okay.
Miss Tyner,
For a second, yeah. Billy, you can go log in with Miss Amanda, okay?
I can do my test on my Chromebook, and because I'm doing Zoom on my brother's iPad, and I'm about to do my test on my Chromebook.
Sounds good. Okay, so you are opening up Google Classroom and you are finding your Columbus test. Okay, I'm opening up mine and I will share a screen with you as soon as the internet is done loading. And so you're gonna find your Columbus test and open it up so we can work on it for a little bit, and then I'll let you go and continue working on it by yourself. Okay,
Miss Tyner, aren't people already in school?
you mean here or in general, Ashton?
In general, aren't they already in school?
It depends on what county you live in and what color that county is.
I was gonna say because Daniel looks like he's in the classroom.
Daniel is at school. Yep.
When is he gonna go to school?
There's a small number of people who get to be at school for various reasons. Yes, Paul, you can use your notes.
Rosie, stop.
Maddie, I'm going to
You
be
aren't.
Rosie. All right, I got my Columbus test. Sorry, my internet was not happy loading that, you guys. So I'm going to open up our Columbus test. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you so we can see it. Are you ready? You look ready. Here we go. All right, here's our test. Okay, the first question says, why were Europeans interested in trading with Asia? What did they want from them that they did not have? Now, right next to you, sitting right next to you as you are taking this test, should be those social studies notes. So if you don't have those out, you want to get your binder, you want to open up your notes to the very beginning of Columbus. You're going to flip those pages and find page 1 of Columbus. And when you do that and you look at the very first paragraph that we wrote, you are going to find the answer to this question. Okay, so you are looking in your notes. If I showed you mine, here they are. Okay, so you are looking at your notes. You are looking at that very first paragraph right there. The very first sentence we wrote has this answer in it. Okay, so you are looking in your notes, and when you write here, you're going to make sure, as we just looked at, you're going to make sure that you tell me enough information to get 2 points. If you just take gold, I can't give you 2 points for that. You're not wrong. You just don't have enough information. Okay. We today, you guys, are doing questions 1 through 5. That's it. Just questions 1 through 5. Don't worry about 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll do those tomorrow. Okay. So we're going to read through these questions together, and then I'm going to let you start working. So number 1, why were Europeans interested in trading with Asia? What did they want from them that they didn't have? Number 2, why did the Europeans want a new way to get to Asia? Remember, we talked about Montserrat and her silk for her dress, right? Why did they want a new way to get there? What was Columbus's new idea for getting to Asia? Why had this never been tried before? Guys, I want you to see something. I see one question right there. I see another question right there. And I see a third question right, let's see, how about purple? There. I see 3 questions, and I see that this answer is worth 3 points. If you only answer one of them, how many points are you going to get?
1.
1. If you only answer 2,
1,
how many points are you going to get?
2.
2. If
2.
you want all 3, you have to answer all 3 pieces. You see how it works? Okay.
Stop.
Number 3, how did Columbus get the money he needed for his voyage? Okay, that's worth 2 points. You want to make sure you have 2 points worth of information. Okay, my Wyatts and my Braxtons and my Ashtons, I want you to make sure you have enough information. Number 4, explain why Columbus began to keep 2 logbooks. Remember we talked about the logbooks and why he had 2 of them? And number 5, the last one we're going to do today, how long did Columbus think the voyage would take? How long did it actually take? If you were paying attention during social studies and you were participating in those discussions, all of these questions should seem really easy. You should be like, man, this time should have made this test harder. Hopefully that's how you feel right now. Okay. Right next to you, you want to have your Columbus notes. You want to be looking at them while you answer these questions. Okay, you want those notes right next to you in your binder so that you can look and check. If we were in real school, I'd have the posters up and you would get up and go look at the posters and find the answers you need. Okay? Are you ready? You want me to stop talking so you can take your test? Yes, you do. You want me to stop talking so you can take your test. Okay, I'm going to stop talking so you can take your test. Polo asked, can we use our notes? That was before our conversation. But yes, Polo, you absolutely may use your notes. Okay? All right, I'm going to stop our recording